Ugh. I don't like power washing. Have I told you that before? Good morning, guys. Well, off to another day. Post-harvest. The rush is off, the pressure's off. We just kind of go at our own pace now. Looks like we get to play truck driver this morning for a little bit. So I'm gonna go out, fire up the truck. We got a couple loads of corn to haul into town, and then Phil will keep going after that. But he'll be able to keep up with the dryer by himself. So we'll find something else to do after that. Checking oil. It's good to me. We've made it to the elevator. They're getting a mess out here. Looks like some guys have been spilling a little bit. You don't want to spill it before you go on the scale. If it's after, it's whatever. But before, you don't get credit for it. Made it back. Okay, we're gonna run another load in, but it's boring doing the same thing over and over, right? Not like you've been sitting there watching me in the combine all fall doing the same thing over and over. But I'm gonna time lapse it. I'll set my GoPro up. Here you go. There is nothing metal to mount my camera to in here. Nothing. Is my camera still there? Oh yeah, it made it. Good deal. Found some metal for the way home at least. Oops. I was trying really hard there to find somewhere to mount the cameras to get decent view. Sorry, it didn't work out as good as I wanted. But anyway, we're done hauling corn for now. Alright, well, you know how you know it's not harvest anymore? I just killed an hour and a half sitting on the computer. Watching YouTube videos mostly. I know that I need to go and get this grain cart and bring it up here and start power washing, and it's a nice day and I should take advantage of it. I just don't want to do it, so I'm taking it a little easy. But we're gonna go get it, pull it up here, get stuff set up. Okay, well, we've got to do a little washing, and you wouldn't think this takes all that long, but this takes quite a while because you got to do the inside and the outside. So get our power washer out here and do a little bit, and we'll go eat some lunch, and we'll come back and finish it. Here we go. I don't like power washing. Have I told you that before? Anyway, I've got the outside of this not done, but better. But it's 1:15, so I'm gonna go eat lunch. We'll come back and work on this some more. So Dad called me while I was at lunch. Said the air conditioner's not working in his tractor, which normally on November 9th, not a big deal. Today, it's getting a little warm. So I grabbed Jack's can of Freon and air conditioning gauges, hoses. We're gonna go see if we can figure out how to fix it, or at least make it work for 2 days, and then we'll worry about it in the spring or the winter or whenever. But yeah, this should be interesting. Dad's doing pretty well over here. This was the cornfield that we did before the last one, and he's about got her done. There's 65 acres here. Did really well. Ripper seems to be doing a pretty good job turning over a lot of dirt, but we're leaving a fair amount of residue on top, which is, it's a good thing. We want it mixed in and laying on the residue, but not necessarily completely buried. Nice, looks good. We're doing something. I don't know if we're making it better or not, but we're trying. All right, well, I don't know if we helped him much or not. There was some cool air coming out of the AC vent, so that's a good thing. Hopefully it's a little bit better. But yeah, I am for sure not a certified AC repair technician, but Jack is, and I've seen him work on stuff enough that I knew kind of sort of how to do it, but wasn't real sure what pressures to be looking at. And I know that adding refrigerant is, you're supposed to have a certain amount in it, but I wasn't about to sit here and vacuum out all of it there. Yeah, I don't know. So we tried to add a little bit. It seemed to be helping. Dad also thought maybe the condenser was getting froze up, and that just turning it off for a while and then turning it back on seemed to help. I don't know. After today it won't matter, or maybe after tomorrow, because then it'll be cool and we don't have to worry about it, but we'll get it figured out eventually. Well, does it look cleaner than when I started this morning? Back at it here. Time to climb inside. Yeah, she's dirty. Okay, let's do a little cleaning. Well, there, we got the inside pretty clean. There's a little bit of stuff stuck in the grates and cracks in the bottom there, but I can't really get to it. I got the dust and the stuff that was stuck on the sidewalls all blown off, so that looks much better. If you've ever wondered what the inside of a grain cart looks like, well, there's your answer. We got these black hoops across the top. Those are to support the tarp. Some other bracing across the center there. There's a grate on the bottom. Here, let me climb down there. There's the holes that go in, show the auger in there. It's auger flighting. And basically this cylinder here is connected to this arm. This arm is connected to a slide. There's a slide gate that closes. When this cylinder extends, it pushes that whole thing, and then it closes that window so that the corn can't flow to the auger, or grain, whatever it is. And that's how you shut the flow off, so you don't shut the auger off full. You can see there's sumps and holes all the way from the front to the back. The goal is to get it to empty out as level and evenly as possible. So, all right, we're gonna climb out of here, finish up on the outside. All right, we're getting closer here. I need to get the tracks underneath in between, and I don't really want to crawl through all the crap that's laying on the ground there. So we're gonna move it out of the way, pull the auger down, pull it ahead, and clean the concrete off. We'll back it back up and do it again. I moved this support here. You can fold that down, and it lets the auger fold all the way down, so I can get to the spout and clean that up a little bit easier. Oh man, all right, let's get this cleaned off. I wonder if I got a scraper somewhere I can scrape it into a pile. Better. Back it up. All right, well, good enough for right now. I'm gonna lose sunlight pretty quickly, but I'm tired. There's still some mud on those tracks. I'm not quite done yet, so I'm gonna let it dry off for tonight, and tomorrow I want to get my foam cannon out and foam it and brush the sides with a brush, and then we'll rinse it off, and then we'll call it good, just to help get a little more of that streaking. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's not bad. Just clean it up a little bit better yet, but I'm pretty happy with it. And then we'll find somewhere to put it, preferably in a barn. Last year when we finished harvest, we were down to Berkey, and so I took the power washer down there and cleaned it up, and we just left it in the barn down there. But I don't really want to drive it 35 miles to put it in the barn for the winter and then have to go back and get it for wheat harvest, because we don't have any wheat down there, so we're going to use it here next. So I would prefer to leave it here. I don't know, we'll find somewhere to put it. Might fit in the back of the shop for now, actually. Oh, well, while we're looking over this direction, you guys want a little update on our project tractor? If you're new to the channel and you haven't been following along, or you haven't seen the older videos, this is an old 1938 Farmall F12. There's bits and pieces laying all over the place here, but this was my grandpa's, actually my great-grandpa's tractor. It has sat in a barn since about 1980, from what I'm told, from the spot where I got it out of. You can go watch my video from just after Labor Day to see when we pulled it out of the barn. And it sat in another barn for about 20 years before that. So this tractor has not run in close to 60 years. Jack and I, my Uncle Jack, were kind of working on, mostly him, but working on getting it apart. We've gotten 2 of the pistons out. That one is moving. This one has moved some, but it's got a ways to go. One of the pistons is right here and in decent shape, not bad. The other one, however, she cracked, so that one's toast, and we're gonna have to find a new piston. Yeah, not good, but we're getting there. The block doesn't look in too bad a shape. It's probably gonna need new sleeves or liners, whatever you want to call that, but everything else I think is actually decent. The ring gear on the flywheel there was in sort of rough shape. That's gonna have to get replaced, but yeah, we're getting there. Jack hasn't been up for a few days, so it hadn't happened much yet, but we did work on it some since the last time I updated you, so there's that project. Look, we got a red tractor on the farm. That might be a thumbnail right there. Bringing our auger back. Dad asked me to take his truck up to him where he is chiseling, so I'm gonna run his truck up there. My mom's gonna come pick me up, and then when we come back, I think I'm gonna go home. It's like 5 o'clock. Wow. Time to go home. Thanks for watching today. So nice after harvest here, a little slower pace, and I'm going home early to see my kids, my wife, and yeah, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I've got a virtual meeting with my agronomist, post-harvest, or go through plot results and that kind of stuff, product training stuff. So I'm gonna jump on that in the morning, and then we're gonna finish this grain cart up, and we'll see what's going on in the afternoon. Maybe do some tillage. That'd be good. We can hook the disc up and go work on a couple fields. It is supposed to be nice again tomorrow. Oh, I should grab my sweatshirt. And looks like good weather for a while. Phil's got a lot of grain to haul yet, so I'm sure he's going to keep working on that. And yeah, so have a great night, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe buttons for me, please. And if you have any questions and comments, leave them down below. We'll see you guys in the morning. Look, our wet bin's empty. I was walking out to my truck and noticed the dryer was shutting down, so I came out to look at it. I'm gonna let Phil mess with this, but we need to go in here and just kind of walk the sides down. You see how there's a little bridged up at the top here? That's because the dry cone that we put in here, remember way back when we started, we put dry corn in the bottom of this so that this stuff that was left would be dry and not wet and moldy, you know, every time we emptied it, because we don't suck all the corn out, obviously. But there's just enough left in here that's wet corn, because wet corn will stand up steeper than dry corn will. We need to kind of go in there and walk it around and push some of this stuff down into there so that it we don't have this band of wet corn stuck to the wall and stuff in there. And then we'll be done drying corn. We got to get the dryer emptied, which is always kind of a big project because there's like over 2 semi-loads of corn just in that dryer. So I'm sure that's what Phil's going to mess with tomorrow.